Well, today is day 5 of 12. It is city 2 of 6, and we are going to be going to some waterfalls, some geothermal areas, and seeing a bunch of volcanic landscape. So it's supposed to have a lunar appearance to it. So it's called the Jewel of the North, or Jewels of the North. So if you're looking at taking that tour, get ready because we're going to go do it for you. Well, we made it to our first stop, Godafoss Falls. So it stands for Waterfall of the Gods. There was a guy by the name of Thordigir who was a pagan, and during the year 1000, they were trying to figure out if Iceland was going to be a pagan country or a Christian country, and he decided to make it a Christian country even though he was a pagan. And when he got home from making this decision, he got all of his pagan statues of the gods and threw them into the waterfalls as a testament to his faith to Christianity, thus Goddess Falls, the waterfalls of the gods. So let's go check it out. Now, the Godafoss Falls is a glacier-fed fall. The river is glacier-fed, and it goes all year round because even though the glacier freezes in the wintertime, due to the geothermal temperatures underneath of it, it heats up enough water to create the river. Thus, the waterfalls stay all year round. I was told that you can't go swimming in them because it's still cold, but it's enough to where it's not frozen. So there's 3 main areas you can view the falls from. The first one is the biggest one. Then there's one a little bit further up. There's one that's closer to the parking lot. So we're going to do that one last. I'm not sure how good that view is going to be. Alright, so I made it to viewing point 3. It is very slippery because those rocks are very uneven and they're covered with silt from down here I'm gonna assume it's probably some kind of volcanic silt, but one way up, one way down, and you gotta try and navigate people doing their thing, coming up, going down on top of trying to not die. So if you are clumsy, you may not want to come down it. If you got knee or back issues, ankle issues, you probably don't want to come down it either. But if you can make it down here, it looks like a very great spot for some photos. So let's go check it out. So I actually found a fourth viewing point from the top. It didn't look like you would be able to see the falls, but you can from this position. So there's 4 different places that you can view the Gottafoss Falls. Let's check out the 4th position. All right, so Gottafoss Falls today, Gottafoss Falls yesterday, Niagara Falls. Which one's the best?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yes.
So the Gottafoss Falls.
Yes, this is, I mean, it's cool, but it's not as cool as yesterday.
Not as cool as yesterday. You heard it here first. So,
Be careful down going down the steps.
yes, I already told him that
Well, I'm going to tell him again because lady fell down twice.
twice. Was that lady you?
Nope, wasn't me for the first time.
I don't know. I'm sure there's got to be some video footage somewhere.
It's not on my phone.
All right, well, it's on to our next stop. So let's go check it out. So up until the 70s, this bridge was part of Highway 1 until they built that one right there. So this is wide enough for one car. Very small car, but it's wide enough for one car, and it would go one at a time across it. So up until the 70s, it's going to kind of give you an idea of how remote this area is. This was the highway. Now, if you saw in that clip, there's about 3-4 people fishing. They're saying that it could cost as little as $30 per day up to $3,000 per day to fish in Iceland, depending on which river, what you're fishing for, and what part of the river you're fishing in. So if you don't want to catch fish, it's $30. If you want to catch it in the best places, $3,000. But what he was saying is in that area, you're the only one that's able to fish in that area when you get your stickers. So less competition, I guess, gives you your peace of mind while you're fishing. I don't eat fish, so I don't even want to spend $30, let alone $3,000. Well, let's go to our next destination. I know I said that earlier, but this time I mean it. Made it to stop 2, Mavatan Lake. And it may look familiar because when it was frozen, they filmed the Fast and Furious 8 out here. Tom Cruise has also filmed a movie out here. Jodie Foster's filmed a movie out here. And in this general area, they filmed Game of Thrones. We're in the highlands of Iceland, so let's go check it out. Now we're going to go check out a pseudo crater. You'll see them all around here. There's over 1,000 of these pseudo craters. They were formed when the lava hit the lake. It was causing explosions. So they're not true craters because there's no tubes underneath them. They just look like it from the explosions from the lava hitting the water. They do have a nickname for this lake called Midget Lake because it's usually crowded with midget flies. The flies won't bite you, they won't sting you, they're not poisonous or anything like that. They're just super annoying. And our guide was saying that they had a school group from Boston that they're so bad that they wouldn't even get off the bus. There was another group that asked them like what was going on with the black smoke along the road, and he said that's not smoke, those are the flies. So as we were coming up, we saw people fishing without nets. We saw some people horseback riding with nets. Fortunately up here it is not windy. I mean it is windy, so it's not bugging us with these flies. We do have a visitor center, and across the street is a place where you get some Icelandic ice cream. I don't know, maybe they just call it cream, huh? Because Iceland. Icelandic ice cream? I don't know. So we're going to pop into the visitor center and see what's going on over there. Plus, it's a good place to warm up. Interesting fact about this lake, it's only 15 meters deep at the deepest point, so 45 feet. So not a very deep lake. It's basically founded from just rainwater and glaciers and melting snow. It does have fish in it, so I heard the fishing is pretty good. Apparently Eric Clapton comes out this way to go fishing, so if it's good enough for Eric, right, good enough for us. I just got hit in the face with one of those midget flies. In the visitor center, they do have free bathrooms. So the line is pretty long, especially with all the buses coming through. So if you stop off at Gottafoss Falls, it's probably faster and easier to pay the 200 kronos or $1.50 than waiting in the line here. But it is here, it is free, so it can't be free. We have made it to our next last stop, the Dimmelborger lava labyrinth. So a lot of these formations here are only other found in the Mexico coast underwater, so you can only dive to them. But this area used to be marshy, so when the lava came through, it caused a bunch of steam that popped everything up and created these formations. Now, this filming location for the Game of Thrones was also in this area as well. So if you're a Game of Thrones fan, if you see some of these formations, they're probably from this area here. Now, if you've ever been to Pikes Peak, right there, it looks like one of the kissing camels. There's also another feature right there that looks like the kissing camels as well, so that's pretty cool. This park has a lot of these grottos. This one was set up to show how the Icelanders used to live in this area. They'd find these grottos and live there. Now all this lava, it flowed all the way to the coast, which is about 45 miles from here. So there's just this kind of stuff for the next 45 miles. There are 4 loops that go around this general park area. They all loop back to the parking area. Once we get back to the parking area, they do have a gift shop up there. So that's going to be the last place that you'll be able to go to the bathroom on this tour before going back. Right now, our meet time is at 2:10. So that means you're going to have about 2 hours and 20 minutes from the time you leave here to the time you get back to the ship. So it's best to go to the restroom here just in case. That way you're not 5 minutes down the road and be like, oh, what do? Gotta hold it. So there's a lot of flora and fauna out here in this park. So if you're into that, you're going to have a lot of different things to look at. If you're into bird watching, there are over 100 birds that migrate out here during the summertime from Europe and from North America. It's said that they do that because the daylight here is always, it's like this at 2 o'clock in the morning, so the birds are able to find a lot of food and things like that. So they come out here for the summer for that. But I mean, there's just a lot of cool formations. Check this out. Yeah, you can go climb up there and get inside of that circle there. There's people climbing all these formations around, so a lot of fun things to do around here. What a great photo opportunity. I wish Heejin was with me so she could take one from down here and get me up there, but I'll do what I can do. So we're gonna go head up to the visitor center now and go check out that and see exactly what they have to offer for you. So all the different trails around here are marked with these. So I'm on the yellow trail, so I just gotta keep following the yellow trail and I'll be able to get back to the start point. So they got purple and a couple other different colors as well. So although it winds through here and everything looks alike and you may feel like you're lost, just follow the yellow brick road if you're on the yellow path and it'll get you back to Oz. So they keep saying we're in the middle of a heat wave and that this is like unusual weather. So I just checked out the temperature. It's 56 degrees. That's a heck of a heat wave. So when you come to an intersection, they're gonna have another sign over here. So parking is only 260 meters that way, so you can't get lost out here. I'm lost. Just kidding. See, this is how simple it is. There it is. There's the gift shop up there. So just got a few hundred more feet to go and we'll be right up there. So easy. I don't even think Heejin could get lost around here. Well, I wouldn't bet money on it, but I'd have a mid-level sense of belief, confidence. But again, I ain't betting money on it. Okay, so we made it back to the start point. As you can see, they have yellow, purple, red, blue, and green different trails. So there's actually 5 trails, not 4, so I apologize about that. But it breaks it down by the distance. The purple one's only 600 meters. The longest one is 3,000 meters, and that actually goes almost to the lake. That's not even, oh, it is on here. So right over there. So you can go walk around a lot, or you can just do some quick trails. It's really nice. We had about 40 minutes here. Good enough time to get out and look at a bunch of stuff. It's so beautiful. forgot the name of the type of crater that is. There's only 3 of them in the world. 2 of them are here in Iceland, that's one of them. And then the other one is in Hawaii. You may know it as Diamond Head. So whatever the name of that crater is, I apologize, I forget. The language is so hard to understand. But there's only 3 of them. One, Diamond Head, and I think the other one he said was right there. So if you do the tour with Royal Caribbean, they're going to give you one of these cards so you don't have to pay to play. If you need to pay to play, it's 300 kronos, so that's about $250 US. So hopefully you don't end up like Heejan, whose card didn't really work. She had to do alternative means to getting in there. Well, I've consulted my compass and it is time to leave the lava labyrinths and off to our next and last stop. So let's go check it out and see what is intel for us. Yep. A woman of few words right there.
I see some things.
Yeah, some things. Something is a word. A word is a few. Well, we made it to our last stop before going back to Iraq. How do you say that? Iraqi?
Can't twist my tongue.
Iraqi. Going back to the ship. So we're at some steam vents out here. We're right on a magma chamber of one of the largest volcanoes they have out here in Iceland. And on the other side is a geothermal power plant. But it is amazing how in a matter of maybe 10 miles, the landscape has totally changed. Let's check it out. You know what this looks like?
Except for naked
What's-
mountain.
What? Oh, a naked mountain. Nice. It looks like the scene from all that fake Mars footage NASA be putting out. And the tour guide said that they use this area to practice the moon landing. But I don't know why they would do that when they just dropped it in a studio at Cannon Air Force Base, or a hangar at Cannon Air Force Base. Got faked the funk somehow, I guess. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear it over the wind. It sounds like a flamethrower. It's all just geological pressure. It's just steam coming up all over this area. Well, we're done here. We're gonna head back to Akiri, where the cruise ship is at. So we got about a 45-minute drive to there. So we're gonna go head back to the bus now. But that concludes the Jewels of the North tour. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't know that video can do it justice. It's very beautiful. It reminds me a lot of Alaska. I don't know about you.
Hawaii, Alaska.
Hawaii and Alaska mixed together, huh?
Yeah.
It's really interesting topography. It's really cold and windy, so hopefully this audio is coming out okay. But it would be nice if it was, I don't know, a traditional summer. You could be out here about 70 or 75 degrees, just be able to enjoy it a little bit more. But it's like a cold winter day out here. Well, until next time, I'll see you next trip.